This is the Samsung Focus LCD replacement.
Let's begin by removing the battery door and the battery. Now you'll notice 7 screws. We'll need to remove those. Now we'll remove the back plate, and if you turn it on its side, you'll notice that there's a crease between the front housing and the back housing. Just take your pick and just start gently separating the two housings. Now you'll notice that there's 3 flex cables that you'll have to pull, actually 4 flex cables that you'll have to pull up in order to get the circuit board out so that we can proceed to changing the LCD. Here is the LCD connector. This is the first one. Then you'll have the next flex that controls the front panel keys. Then you'll have the antenna. We'll need to remove that. You'll have the camera. And then you'll have the headset jack. Now on the side you'll notice that there's volume keys that are 3M down to the mid frame. You'll need to be very careful in this process because you don't want to rip that power or the volume keys. And I just go down the sides so that it is a little bit easier when you get to the back half of it. So now you can take from the right side and just pick up on that circuit board just a little bit, and you'll notice the speaker will come out with the actual circuit board itself. If you want to remove the camera, you can. Now you'll notice that the vibrator switch is actually 3M down. Once you get the circuit board up just a little bit, then you can take and just pop that vibrator up. It might be a little bit sticky, but it'll go straight down when you're putting it back together. Now that that's done, you'll notice in the front half of the phone we'll need to remove this, and this is all one unit. So if you take in the right hand corner of the device, you can go up here and you can just take your flat pick and just start in and just start running that sideways. Like so. Now after you get the top started, you'll need to be careful because there is a flex connector that runs along the bottom half or the bottom of the phone that has 3 important keys that function the actual top LCD for the back, the internet, and the search button. And so you cannot rip that. If you rip that, then you'll have to replace that flex cable. So I start in the top half of the phone and I work myself down towards that piece so that when we get down to it, it's it's easier to remove. Now I'll take and start on the left side of the phone and just start working ever so gently, just so that it doesn't pull that flex connector up with it. And you'll notice when you're inside, you'll see that flex connector as you're moving along. And be patient with this portion because this is a crucial portion of the assembly. Now once that's removed, we want to check for any shards of glass that are actually on the device still from when it broke. And I just take and run my thumb along the edges just to make sure. Now it's ready for the new LCD assembly. Now you'll notice on the back of it there's 3M tape. Now it is covered up by a little tab here, and you can just take that tab and pull up, and it pulls off really easy. Now on the old device there's the speaker cover, and we'll have to remove that to apply towards on the new device, and you can take and just put it in its appropriate location. Now you'll notice the flex is straight. We'll need to bend that up just a little bit so that we can apply it inside the hole. And what we'll do here is we'll apply it just like so, and you'll want to make sure that it goes in there smoothly. Now we'll need to make sure that that speaker stays in place. Now once you got it lined up just right, you can just put a little bit of pressure on it, and that 3M tape on the back of it will actually adhere to the middle housing, like so. Now we can start assembling the phone back together. We'll take the circuit board and put it in its appropriate location. Like so. We'll just put those volume keys down, and there's still some 3M tape on the back of those, so you just push those firmly down. We'll put the headset jack plug in, and then just work our way around to making sure that everything that we removed is back in place. And you'll feel these line up as you move through it. And then we'll put our camera back. Put our volume keys on the side. Now this is your actual charge port cover up, and we'll need to put that back there so that it lines up with the back housing. Now we'll take the back housing and apply it like so. And make sure that that ringer speaker is actually down then once you get it seated just right, you can just start, you'll feel it start snapping together just right. That button. Like so. Next we'll just put the 7 screws in that we removed earlier. Put the battery door on. And that is the Samsung Focus LCD assemble replacement.